Greetings, Winject Studios community. This is Angelo Sisco of 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲. I want to start off by saying hello, greetings to everyone, no matter where you are, well wishes and abundance as well. Super excited to be here for the inaugural live 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 address to this community. I'm so excited to bring to you a little bit about myself, the 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 mission, as Chris mentioned earlier, and how we could serve you and others that you may know, and how we could support you as well. So my name is Angelo Sisco. I am the founder and CEO of 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲, our head coach as well, and our mission is to help men go pro. And this may sound a bit different at first, just the idea of someone being a pro man. Yet for me, this is truly a childhood dream. I grew up in a small town just outside of Chicago, and my whole life, when I really boil it down, sure, did I want to have certain professions? Maybe I wanted to be a lawyer. Maybe someone told me I should be this or that and the other thing. Yet when it really came down to it, what I really desire to be and what I know that I am is a pro man. I wanted to be a man. And for a lot of people, for a lot of males out there, I really imagine that's really what we deep down all really desire. To know, to trust, not just to think we are, to know inside our hearts that we are a man, that we have paid the price, made the sacrifices, and did the dance, and continue to do the dance, whether that be practices or being able to lead others, yourself, others, your relationships, your business, your purpose in the dance of life. And oftentimes when I talk with men, they believe that being a man has something to do with how you look physically. And although we grow as men, we hit puberty at certain ages, we get hair at certain parts, some of us lose hair in certain parts, some of us gained it on our backs. Those bald men, I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about, those of you that are running in my circle at least. Yet, emotionally, are you a man? Do you know that you're a man? Do you even know what it looks like to be a man emotionally and function emotionally? Be connected to your emotions. Mentally, do you know what it's like to be a man and go pro as a man? Or are you just making up a story that really doesn't have true validation, research, tried and true testing behind it? Or are you just modeling what was given to you by your father or mentor or whoever that figure was, and you're playing some sort of distorted story that was given to you, modeled to you, and more than likely forced upon you at a young age where you didn't really have the choice? And our mission is to give men the recipe, give them the ingredients, coach them through the ingredients. Please forgive me for saying the word give. I don't give anyone the ingredients. You give yourself the ingredients through work, through practicing. It's an inside job to get the ingredients. 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲 knows the recipe. And how do we know it? I've been dancing this dance my entire life. This is all I've ever wanted to be. I didn't want to be anything else other than that, because I know that everything I want in my life. I want to be a great dad. I want to be a phenomenal husband. I want to make a lot of money. I want to show up in a certain way in my business. I want to show up a certain way as a leader. We all have these desires. I want to be a fantastic son. These are all roles and masks and desires and preferences I have in my life. Same as you. And in order for me and you to actually reach those, the foundation is, and continue to be, always be, that you must know and be a pro man. If not, you will not live an authentic life. You will not achieve and reach your full potential. And you will be a different person in all these areas. And that is what will burn you out, is trying to be something other than the foundation for the sake of money, for the sake of this, for the sake of that. And I am willing to bet, because in your heart and in your core, you doubt yourself as a man. Some of you may not feel worthy to really know that you are a man. Some of you may not be showing up in certain areas of your life, and it all has to do with your belief in yourself. What is belief in yourself? It's called self-esteem. It's the reputation you keep for yourself. It's not confidence, for confidence comes from skills acquired. So once you have done the work and created the foundation to know, believe, and not just think you are a man, or use external material things and hoping for external validation to prove that you are a man, you will be able to step into this unapologetically, authentically, as you, free and bold, and being the best version of yourself. And that's the most powerful place a man could be. And don't get me wrong, a lot of programs are out there to help men grow. I'm very aware. Yet how many are really about all the parts of your life and all the parts about being human? Because don't get it twisted. A pro man is first in touch with their heart. And that's their feelings. I'm not talking about a pro man that doesn't share and communicate his feelings properly. I'm not talking about a man that just shuts up and does things and doesn't tend to his feelings and emotions. I'm not talking about a man that is cold to his children. I'm not talking about a man that doesn't know how to show up for his wife and be romantic and beautiful and help her see her own beauty, even when she doesn't. I'm talking about a man who has grace, who can lovingly accept anything that is happening in his reality and not wish it to be different. How many of you out there could do that? How many of you want someone else to change for you? How many of you are going to work wishing your boss was different when the truth is that you should just be? So first and foremost, lovingly accepting the truth, the reality, so you could take responsibility for your life. Because once you know that it's all there, perfectly there, because you casted the characters and everything in the movie, then you could begin being a real man. How do you accept and learn grace? You slow down and take a real life inventory, an observer inventory with full awareness and full truth. Take a look at the immediate relationships around you and see how they're reflecting back to you, and you will know exactly what your reality is. Don't change them to fit your desires or needs. Don't try to alter them or point the finger at other places. Swallow them and take them on the chin and smile and ask for more. From there, it's about living a life of full integrity, being clear on what it is to be a man. What does a man do? He serves himself, serves his community, and he does that serving through his purpose. A man has 3 functions in life under service. We'll get deeper into those as our weeks progress, and we will give you that. But the main focus for a man is to be integrity, to get up and do what he says he's going to do for the good of his family, for the good of his own commitments, and the good for everyone else in the tribe. Because if you can't show up and take care of business on a daily basis consistently, your masculine energy is not showing up. You are not living a true life of integrity. If all you have is words and no action, you are doing this world and yourself a disservice, I could promise you. And from there, once you've lovingly accepted your life, you are making changes and taking action and advancing with integrity, giving your best, being proactive and not reactive. From there, you will fall into a space of divinity, which I like to call gratitude. And in that space, you could look around your world in satisfaction, knowing that anything is neither good or bad, no matter what your feelings tell you, because your feelings are more than likely created from the past, when you could be present and breathe in this world and know that nothing that God, divine, the universe, whatever you want to call it, call her, as I'd like to refer, is happening to you. It's all happening for you. That this whole book is all set up for you to be the hero, not the zero. It's all there. You will be with the gods, my friends. You will be in your own heaven, right here on this earth. You will not have to wait to die to experience it. It's already here. And it's accessible. But you have to pay some tolls to get there. And at Alpha Hippie, First, what we do is we pull the weeds out of your garden, which is a tough thing at first. We take those weeds out that are no longer serving you, serving the greater good of you, serving the parts of you that are your little boy, the scared little boy that no longer is in charge of making decisions. Your little boy must be in the back seat, never again in the driver's seat. Because when our little boys are in the driver's seat, they can't see over the steering wheel. They can't reach the pedals either, so they grab a brick and just throw it in the gas and hope that they wind up where they're supposed to. And let me assure you that that is not a great place to be. I'm sure you envision that driving, and many of you are probably living a life in one or more areas, whether that be in a certain relationship, in your business or career, where that little boy shows up, may show up constantly, or take over. And that is our mission. And how do we bring men through that? It's through our wonderful program that we have for men. And so the best way I like to explain our program is with a garden analogy, which I was referring to a bit earlier. My beautiful Winject Studios community, and anyone out there that's listening and viewing this. You come to us, and your garden is only so big. Most of us believe that growth is about adding first. At 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗲, we believe that growth can only take place with subtraction first. So the first part of our program and what we focus on is getting the weeds out of your garden. These past stories and beliefs that are only weeds. We have no room, no need for these weeds anymore. At one time, they may have served us. They may have think that we had a full garden. They may have been disguised as flowers, like a dandelion, but they're truly not great for the crop. And so we take those weeds out from the root, so they are no longer in charge of you and we have some space. And then I teach you how to be a gardener. I don't plant the flowers for you, because my goal is not to be your daddy. My goal is to show you how to be your own. And so once the weeds are gone, we look at the garden and we design exactly the type of garden that you desire now that there's no weeds. Now that you could see this and review the landscape of your life and what your family needs and what you need. What do you want to plant in your garden? Let's get clear on that. And then we spend the duration of the program helping you become a gardener. Because once you become a gardener, you do what gardeners do. You plant things, you tend to them with love, and you watch them grow. And you admire your growth because you are a gardener. And don't get me wrong, every once in a while, the gardener may run up against something that they're unaware of. A different type of weed may be sprouting. We all sometimes lose our way. Maybe there's a drought in your neighborhood. And so you need to lean on our community of Alpha Hippie Kings for some support, some guidance, some advice. We all have to go to the Home Depot once in a while, or Lowe's when we're planting our gardens, and ask for advice and support. And we have that too, my Alpha Hippie Kings. For the Alpha Hippie tribe and alumni, stand together as a community of like-minded men to help you grow and stay strong and ensure that that garden is there for the people that rely on you every day to have the crops for them. Because your family deserves to eat no matter what, no matter how you feel in that little moment. As soon as that's all done, your family still needs to eat, don't they? So do you. I've dedicated my life to this game. The Alpha Hippie team, you bet they have too. We know who we are. Isn't it time that you really know who you are too? It's a pleasure to be with you today, Winject Studios. I am 𝗹𝗶𝗸𝗏. I am Alpha Hippie all over the social media channels. Check out our wonderful podcasts. I recommend you start with Chris Ross, King Chris Ross, my fellow king. Beautiful episode with that man. You can catch our shows weekly. We have shows guiding men on specific topics. I interview subject matter experts, all from all over the world in all different areas, that are able and willing with either product, services, or knowledge to help you become more expansive as a gardener. For some of you, you may like this better as a hunter, for all that you're going to do and provide. And oftentimes I love to put on some amazing shows where it's story time and you get to hear inspiring, amazing stories from men just like you, just like me, that have walked the walk, paid the tolls, have some scars, came back home with the elixir, and they're ready to share that too. Looking forward to many more Winject community addresses in time. And that's it for today. I love you all. Thank you for this beautiful opportunity, and I will see you soon.
This
Bye-bye.
podcast is brought to you by Winject Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.